Hello and welcome to another segment of Global Digest. I am your girl Mimi, and welcome to a Global Digest special Immigration Guide edition. Now, the word immigration is not a foreign word. We are all from somewhere. I'm sure if you were not born here in the United States, you would surely have heard the word immigrant or immigration more than once. And now, even those that are here in the United States may not know a whole lot about this great nation, United States of America. Therefore, let me introduce you to this wonderful book titled Immigration to Citizenship of the United States of America, Your Resource Guide, written by Mr. Chinedum Igwe. Now, I have Mr. Chinedum here in the studios with us. Mr. Chinedum, welcome to this special edition.
Thank you
Thank you.
for having me.
Thank you, sir. Now,
in your beautiful studio, anyway. I like this place.
you're more than welcome. Now, we have this book that you have written titled Immigration to Citizenship of the United States of America, and you entitled this book A Resource Guide for Immigrants. Now, tell me a little bit more about this book before we go into it.
This book, as you rightly said, Immigration to Citizenship of the United States of America, your resource guide. The resource guide there is a way to guide immigrants. Number one, before they come into this country, and then number two, why they are here. So it's just like an orientation. In our lives, we really need some type of orientation before a new venture, if a trip or going to school. So that's what this book is all about, to guide you and then to give you those opportunities and the expectations that's available and ready for you while you are intending to immigrate to the United States, or you are already in the United States.
Okay. Now, a lot of viewers may have this question for you. I know you're not born here, and you may have gone through these experiences by yourself in order for you to have written this book. Now, if you don't mind, give us like a brief example of what you went through using this guide.
Yes, that's a very good question. Thank you for that. What I would say is that when I came to the United States, I didn't have this type of opportunity to see something to read and empower me. So the idea was born from my workplace. My first degree is in psychology, and I work in a hospital for behavioral health patients. And I thought about it. Every day we want to help these individuals, this population, to make them get well and go back to the communities. That is the essence of mental health in the United States. Okay. So I thought about, how about on daily basis, immigrants are coming into this country from every part of the world, and nobody's guiding them. They don't have something of their own. When immigrants come into this country, it depends on family and friends. And in most cases, these family and friends are very busy working. So I thought about, what do they know? What do they expect in a very big country like this? I mean, this is a continent that it's only Canada and United States that's making up this continent. So only two countries in a whole continent. Look at Africa, about 50-something. So this is a very big place that you need to know what you are coming in for, what to expect, and your responsibilities too. Not just what to expect. What is America going to give me? What is your own responsibility? So that's why this book came into my mind.
Now, this book is written for those who are intending immigrants and those who are already living here. Now, how would you recommend this book? You know, where can you meet them? How can you recommend this book to them?
My plan is to have, just like during 9/11, the American took the war to those that attacked this country. So it's not just about, my plan is to take this book to the people that will need it where they are, establishing sometimes bookstores that they can buy it, and then my website too, which is blonetusa.com. It's selling on the website, and I plan to have representatives in at least some regions of the world where immigrants intend to travel from the United States, so that they can be readily available for them.
Okay. This book is available on the website. It's available in bookstores everywhere you go. Please look for this book. Now, another question I would ask on behalf of us students in school, how can this book be used in our education system?
Thank you. Students, we all know, have a lot of workload to accomplish in their studies. And in most cases, they should be stable and focused, and not to be distracted.
Of course.
Now, if you are in a country, a foreign country like this, and you don't know what to expect outside the classroom, you are bound to make mistakes. And if you make mistakes, especially in the United States, one mistake can lead you to several things, several other mistakes, and before you know it, the focus is lost. Your academic is affected. So that is why the very essence of this book at least can benefit exchange students trying to come to study here, international students coming here for the first time, so that they can really know those basic things outside there, like driving, for instance. You don't just come in and start speeding on the road, just not obeying the speed limit. The driver's license you eventually have in the United States of America is like a privilege. It's not yours. It can be revoked. So those are the informations I'm able to give to in these books for students, so that they will know that this is what to expect, so that it does not even affect their education. Most of us, students or otherwise, you come in here, you live in an apartment. There's a culture of living here, maintenance culture. You have to maintain what you see in your apartment. You don't go about living a reckless life, maybe destroying the electrical appliances that you see there, because most times, I mean, the country has already made it very, very comfortable. You're working with a refrigerator is there, sometimes microwave. So you know that you have to leave those things as you came in. So there is a maintenance culture in the United States. So that's why I said there is, leave those things, use them, and so that other people coming behind you can use them
as well.
So that type of awareness, that type of orientation is what I mentioned in the book that will affect students. I mean, that will benefit students. Workplace too, where you work. Most students work and study. So there are certain languages that you cannot use at workplace. You have to respect the gender issue. Very important in the United States of America. And I was able to mention in the book somewhere, I've forgotten the page, that if you don't know any answer to anything, don't just start guessing or saying what you are not sure of. Just say, I have no idea. It's a common term.
Phrase.
Common phrase. That's in the United States. I have no idea. And in that case, you'll not be held accountable or responsible for certain statements that is not acceptable to maybe your co-workers.
Of course. Now, I understand that this book has been out for over a year or 2 years now.
About from 2011.
Wow. This book has really been out here, and we're just hearing about it. So I understand this book has been out for more than 2 years now, or 3 years so far. And I have a Mr. Eugene Achinda to call in and give us a testimonial about this book, because I'm sure a lot of you viewers have questions. So many questions regarding how you need to stay here before coming, for family and friends coming in, for those that are already living here and do not know anything about this great nation, United States of America. So I have Mr. Uchinda to call in. and let us, give us his testimonials about this book. So give me a second.
Hello.
Good day, Mr. Eugene. How are you doing today?
Good. How about you?
I'm wonderful, sir. This is Mimi calling with Global Digest, and I have a Mr. Chinedum Igwe here in my studio.
Okay.
And we're talking about his book that he wrote, Immigration to Citizenship of the United States of America, which is a resource guide. Now, I understand you have this book. So please give us a little testimonial about this book.
Well, I was one of the first to get hold of a copy of this book, and I read it all the very first week, and I'm reading it again. I'm reading the book again now as we speak because I'm actually preparing for my citizenship interview that is coming up in a couple of months. So I'm very excited that he's agreed took the time to write this book because I believe every foreigner coming to stay in America should read this book because it kind of keeps you in a mindset of what to expect in America and the system and how things works, and the taxes, the immigration, and everything. So I've been really blessed by the writings of Mr. Igwe. I mean, you can get this information from all over the web, but he had the time to put everything together in one piece, which makes it really easy to navigate and get yourself informed on how to live successfully in America. So I'm very pleased with this book.
Okay. Now, how long have you had this book?
For about 3 years now, I believe. Yeah, for about 3 years now.
Okay. 2 years. Now, I understand you are going through this process at the moment of getting your citizenship, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, what would your advice be to those who are also in your position at the moment?
Well, my advice is, like I said earlier, not just people in my position at the moment, just my position is that I'm waiting for my citizenship interview, which pretty much makes the book more important for me because I'm actually in the process. But I believe the book is important for anyone living in America, period, as a foreigner, even non-foreigners. I think there are many Americans, citizens who don't really understand, born citizens who don't really know much of the things about the American uh, uh, system. Immigration and IRS and other government agencies, how they operate. So I believe it's an important book for anyone who want to live here successfully. I think that's my advice. And I know I'm speaking mostly for foreigners who really want to understand the process, but I believe it's a resource for anyone wanting to live here successfully.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time and for discussing this book, in Immigration to Citizenship of the United States of America, which is a resource guide. And we wish you many blessings in your future endeavors. And then congratulations on attaining your citizenship here in the United States.
Thank you very much, and thank Mr. Igwe for
He's here if you would like to say hello.
I've recommended the book to many people. My brother just got a citizenship, and he had to read the book also. So I'm thankful for him for taking the time to write this book.
Thank you, Mr. Eugene. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And for your time, too, to call in to Omega Studio.
That's right. Thank you,
Thank you,
Mr.
sir.
Eugene.
Thank you. It's a great book. It's a great book. So thank you very much for the effort you put in putting the resource together.
Thank you.
Well, hope you have a wonderful rest of the evening.
Thank you. Same to you guys.
Thank you, sir. Now, viewers, you have heard it here first and live. from Mr. Eugene himself. He is going through this process. His brother also went through this process and got his citizenship with this awesome book. The book is a beautiful covered book. The picture of the book will be posted up. It is a beautifully covered book. You cannot miss this book. This book is awesome. It's a resource guide for anyone who is living here in the United States and intending to come here to the United States. Now, a couple of questions more for you, Mr. Igwe, regarding this book. Now, as I was going through this book, I saw where you said this book was also access to immigration, integration, or organizations to who receives funds to provide direct services for permanent residents and offer citizenship preparation programs in communities across the United States. Now, expand on that a little bit for us.
Yes, that's towards the end of the book, and that is where I listed like up to 80 agencies. I have to go to the immigration office and then gather the information from them. These are agencies because the most important thing is that United States do not don't want to prevent immigrants from coming into this country. They know from the beginning that immigrants were very much helpful in the building of this nation, and they appreciate immigrants coming in. It's just the only thing is that come in and do the right thing. Identify yourself and do what you should do legally. That's all. But if it is welcoming immigrants, yes. So they have agencies that receive funding from the government to assist immigrants stabilize. So most immigrants come in without even knowing that those agencies exist. So at the end of the book, about 80 of them is there listed to assist because the grants they receive from United States Citizenship and Immigration Services is to help with advice of which form are you supposed to complete to change status, to move from one stage to the other, the fees, all those things. And for those that don't even speak English, that has English, that will need English, I mean, just English is their second language, they are obliged to probably translate for them. And some people that come in without their educational certificate is from a different country or in a different language, they can help them transcribe it into English for them to be for it to be used in their immigration process.
Okay.
So those agencies are there listed. If you are in Georgia, as we are, there are some in Georgia. You need to go over there and see what they can have, how they can help you. If you are living in like the New England area, or let's say Massachusetts or Illinois, there are some in those agencies are there in those states where you can go and seek further help, assistance. But the most important thing is knowing that something like this exists.
Exists, that's right.
That's just the most important thing, and that's the reason I have to list them out there for these immigrants that are here to utilize that resources.
Okay.
That's why the title is Your Resource Guide. It's all about information and resources.
That's right. Now, you did mention the USCIS. Before, with people, registering to get their citizenship, they've gone through the whole interview section and they are going into citizenship, with appointments and all that. And I know they usually give you a booklet. That booklet is with all the questions and then the complementing answers to go with it and information and all that. Now tell me, what is the difference? Because according to some, that book is supposed to be a know-all guide. But there's not a lot of information that I'm seeing here in your book that I see there as well. So what is the difference between this booklet that is given at the USCIS centers and your book?
Thank you. When immigrants come into the country, they are expected to go through basic living conditions that will make them stable. That is what I call their responsibilities and expectations. The book, the guidelines or the handbook you're referencing to from the immigration services is just to enable you maybe pass the citizenship interview or the permanent resident interview. The forms, the fees, the questions and answers. The difference with my book is those areas. We are human beings.
Okay.
I mean, and to be a human being, all components, everything about your life should have to be in place. So, in the outside, you cannot be stable. You cannot know what you're going to do if you don't know the constitution of the land. That is why the constitution is in here. We talk about the tax. That book, the handbook, is not going, wouldn't tell these immigrants about what tax is all about. How does it affect their life? Most people come out from countries that don't even maybe either don't pay tax, or it is not as detailed and specialized as here. You buy, you pay in the store, from job, your tax is withdrawn. So you need to really balance all these things.
That's right.
And then so that you can be stable. So that is those basic informations, and they are not in this type of handbook from the immigration. Like the tax, your record. How do you protect your record? What do you know about your record? Have you heard of Social Security? It is there. And what are you supposed to do about Social Security card? It's not just, Social Security is not just all about using it for your to collect tax from you. It has benefits too. And you need to know that not only that you use this Social Security to apply for job or bank account or open an account, but you deserve some benefits from there too.
That's
so
right.
This is what I try to explain so that people, immigrants, will know what is in there for them. That is what the difference
Between the booklet
yes
and
this
your
one.
book. Now, this book, I highly recommend this book. I have read this book from cover to cover, and this book I highly recommend it to all U.S. citizens, all U.S. immigrants, or intending immigrants, those coming in, those who are already living here. I recommend this book to you. This book is a resource guide indeed, not just a regular resource guide listing everything. This book also contains the general information you need to know, such as the the Pledge of Allegiance, your contact info for government and private agencies, the world time zone map, the Constitution articles. Like he has said, this book is your legal guide here in the United States. If you are residing here and you need to know more information, I recommend you to get this book titled Immigration to Citizenship of the United States, which is your resource guide. Now, I also recommended this book to students in classrooms who are writing this project, like he has said, to those who are coming in, international exchange students, classrooms, students who are learning from teachers and all that. If you don't learn enough from your class, this is the book you need to get. So I recommend this book to each and every individual. Age is not limited. Now, as we close out, if any one of our viewers have any questions for you, where can they find you?
Oh, very much. Yes, as I said, I live in Georgia, and from my website, you can always get my information in Glonet from gloneusa.com, and in North America, which is serving the whole of Canada and United States, you call my number. The phone numbers are 678-760-6448. And then I have an agent in Nigeria too that is marketing this book in Nigeria.
Oh, really?
Yes. And those informations can be gotten from my website. And if I should add, I think global,
Of course.
and I think about what other people are thinking. How do they survive? That's why my logo, Glone USA, helping people succeed. That's what is on the website, helping people succeed. So this book has been written in this is an English edition, but I'm working on the Spanish translation.
Wow.
To help the Spanish-speaking population, so that language is very, very interesting. I mean, and once something is not in your language, it's like you don't even want to be interested.
Frustrating.
So I'm considering them too, because United States is already going towards bilingual, English and Spanish. So there's going to be a Spanish edition coming out very soon, and then more updates too, more updates.
Okay.
With this new Spanish edition, so that our Spanish-speaking friends will have access to direct information without maybe buying it and looking for somebody to translate it for them.
That's
so
right.
That is what, and it's going to be awesome having those two languages, English and Spanish, with the book selling in the same parallel to each other.
Okay. Now, how much is this book, if anybody's asking? I know a lot of you want to get this book because, look, the cover is beautiful, guys. I keep referencing to this cover.
Thank you.
Now, how much is this book in bookstores?
Yes, actually, if you look at the back of the cover, the back of the book is $21.95, but right now it's selling based on, based on this Omega introduction,
okay,
and having me here, for this period, $20 is what it's going to be selling now on the website. Or you write to me in United States Postal Service, Box 524, Clarkdale, Georgia, zip code 30111, and then request for copies too.
Now, guys, you have heard it. This is a Global Digest discount rate. Wherever you go, get this book. Mention Global Digest or Omega Studios, and this book.
The telephone number is wrong there. 678-760-6448.
Okay. Now the number will be on your screen. If you have any more information and if you have questions you would like to ask Mr. Chinedum Igwe, our honorable author in the building. If you have any questions, and also his information will be on the screen. His website is www.glonetusa.com. The website again is www.glonetusa.com. Now, if you have any questions, you would like to send an email, send it to admin@glonetusa.com, and that is admin@GLONETUSA.com. And the phone number and information is there on your screen. Now, we thank you so much for your time and your contributions and for this great book. I personally will pass this book to everyone that I know, my friends and family that are not here in the United States or are trying to come to the United States.
Yes, if I may add.
Okay.
Money is not everything, like giving people money. This time around you give people gift card, not just cash. But a copy of this, like have somebody, you want to come to the United States, just give the person a copy. That will empower this person very well. It's going to be the resources and the information this person will have from reading this book will worth more than maybe some dollars or local currency you might give this person, because information is very, very powerful. And if you know what is waiting for you, your expectations, human beings tend to operate more successfully.
Of course.
Yes, so just to add to
Add
what
to
you are saying.
We are having a great time here in the studio about this book. You have to get this book. This book is reference necessary for your expectations and responsibilities here in the United States. Now, everyone is asking for this book, and this book is selling on a Global Digest special discount for the price of $20. And like he rightly said, this book can be a gift to anyone, friends, family, relations, anyone that you know that is going through, the citizenship of the United States process, and those who are even living here and don't know anything about this. This is an up-to-date book and up-to-date information on living here in the United States. Now, thank you so much for coming here in the studios and talking about this book with us. We really appreciate your time.
And I'm very much grateful for your offer to be on your program, which I see as a very interesting information outlet. Yeah, because I'm amazed from what I see around the studio here and the professionalism and of your staff and the crew here. So I will definitely want to come back.
You are more than welcome to come here back at our studios and talk more with us. Now, friends and family, the information to call us here at the studios if you have any more questions is on your screen. Now, if you have any more questions about this book or the author, please visit us at mimi.globaldigest@gmail.com. That website again is mimi.globaldigest@gmail.com. The picture of the book and the information on the book will be on our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/globaldigest or on Twitter at Global Digest. So the information is on your screen. The information to call Mr. Chinedum Igwe for more direct questions is also on your screen. And like we said, this book is going for a special rate of $20. So call in, write in. His information will be on the screen alongside our information on the screen as well. Thank you so much for tuning in to this special broadcast, Immigration to Citizen of the United States of America, your resource guide, and this special edition. Hope you have a wonderful rest of the evening. Love hard, smile wide, and live right. Peace out. Remember, Global Digest is for you.